How's it going, guys? Welcome back to 5280. Today, we are going to learn how to clay bar the car. So, we got two different types of clay here, and this one is going to be your traditional, and this is going to be after you're done doing your wash. And this one, you could do while you're washing your car. So, biggest difference is the process and when you do it. The overall objective is to get all the contaminants and stuff that's out of your paint. So if you're applying a wax or a sealant, or heck, even like what I did to Megan's car, put on a ceramic coat. So all this stuff is actually pretty important to achieve those other things that you're trying to do. Now, pretty simple. These guys you can get any auto parts store, and they come in different kits. This one just came by itself just like this one. This one actually came with a kit with a quick speed detail and a couple of other things. Now, realistically, do you have to do this? No, but if you want a better result, this is going to be one of many steps that is going to make the difference. So the reason why we use this stuff is because after you're done washing your car, no matter how good you are, there's always stuff embedded in the paint. Now there's other products too that help, well, achieve the same thing. There's also it's a sprayable solution. It's called an iron remover. Basically, it just removes iron deposits from the paint that's kicked up from your brakes and other stuff that are on the road as well. It's actually probably a good thing to use in conjoin with this. Now, I have good luck with just using these products, and the reality is it just pulls stuff right out of the pores. So when you're putting your clay on, the pores of the car can actually absorb all of that clay or the sealant or whatever you're using, and it stays on there longer, and it looks better and gives you a better depth to the paint. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this guy, and my process is wash the car, and then while I'm doing my secondary rinse with the foam cannon, I'll hit it with this. Very simple, very easy to do, not much to it. This guy's a little bit more involved just because you need to do it after you're done with your wash, and you're going to need a product such as water or a quick detail to act as a lubricant for this. So without further ado, we're going to dive into it and start washing the car. We're going to go ahead and start with this. So if you read the instruction, basically it says to clean your car, hose off any dirt, use a sponge, wipe it down, rinse it off, and then you're going to use this. So basically what it wants you to do is keep the surface lubricated, so water, and then you can use this, just dip it in your bucket. But get this out of the packaging here. Look at it, it's basically like a sponge, and it's kind of like a grippy sponge. See, it's got some texture to it, it sticks a little bit. So what you're going to do, dip it in your bucket of soap and water, and then you're going to go across the paint with it. So let me demonstrate. Got it all soapy. So what you're gonna do is work in a up and down and then side by side. And you should be able to feel it to grip a little bit, not much. If it starts gripping too much, then you need basically to dip it in the bucket again. This is real easy. Just gonna bring the bucket over here. Nice thing is this is pointed to get into some of those harder spots. Like around fender guard.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust.
Keep going until we do the whole fender.
Go, go, let us healing grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim my throne. We rise up from the dust and claim my throne.
So important to do it one panel at a time. The reason being is you don't want your soap drying on there, just as you were washing it. Now, basically you know when you're done is when this kind of stops gripping and it's just a pretty smooth, effortless across the paint. That's how you know it's done. So, last thing to do, rinse it off and continue on to your next panel. So do it one panel at a time. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Not too much to it.
Rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim my throne.
Pretty simple. Now we're just gonna dry it off. And then we're gonna pull her in. We're gonna do the other side with the other clay bar. Okay, guys, we're gonna move on to our typical type of clay that everybody knows of. This stuff is actually really easy to use. Basically, just roll it up into a ball. Wait until you get a clean side, and then flatten it out like so. Then what you're going to do is you're going to want to start in a small section. So let's start with right here. Now you can use a couple different things as lubricant. This is what the kit comes with as a quick detailer. Water works just as good. I just happen to prefer this because it does a pretty good job once you wipe it off. Spray your clay just a little bit there, and then just like the other one, side to side, up and down. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but you hear that sound where it sounds a little like it's gritty? That means it's doing its job. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it over, knead it a little bit. While I'm doing that, the area that I just did, I'm gonna wipe it off. Then I'm going to move on to another section. But what you're looking for is this should be as smooth as glass, and basically you're just pulling all the contaminants out of the paint. That's what you're looking for. So if it's smooth as glass, you did a good job. Now if it's not smooth as glass, then you probably need to go over it again. Probably the best way to tell if there's any grit or anything to it, let's take a plastic bag. While it's wet, just smudge your finger over it with that plastic bag. You can hear it, and then if you go to a spot where you did, you shouldn't be able to hear anything. So pretty straightforward with that. Honestly, claying your vehicle is real easy. Now, it does take some time to do the whole vehicle, especially if you're getting ready to put a sealant or wax or anything on it. Guys, if you have any questions about these two products, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'll answer any questions you guys have if I haven't answered them already. But this stuff is very basic, very easy to use, pretty straightforward, and it's one of many steps in order to get your paint prepped and ready to receive a wax or a sealant or even a ceramic coat. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.